Welcome again. In my last video, we discussed the meaning of administration, and today we will focus our attention on the meaning of public administration. The term public administration is to some extent a misnomer because by the term public we generally mean common people or all the men of the state. But in public administration, there is practically no place of general public. It is basically the administration managed and controlled by the government. In short, what I want to convey is that if somebody asks you what we mean by the term public in public administration, your answer should be it stands for the government, not for the people. Now, let us look at the definition of public administration from the perspective of different thinkers in the field of our subject, public administration. Woodrow Wilson, who is regarded as the father of public administration, and he propounded politico-administrative dichotomy, that is, public administration should be separated from the political science, and he gave a new direction to public administration. Public administration is the detailed and systematic application of law. Look, here stress is on systematic application of law, that is, on the execution of law. Every particular application of law is an act of administration. That is, administration is basically concerned with the implementation or the execution of law. L.D. White, he is known for writing the first textbook in the field of public administration. And what he says, public administration consists of all those operations having for their purpose the fulfillment or enforcement of public policy. Look here, again the stress is on the implementation part of public policy. Implementation means the enforcement or fulfillment. Luther Gulick, who propounded the formula for the scope of public administration post-Corp, what he says, public administration is that part of science of administration which has to do with the government. That is, public administration is concerned with the government. It concerns itself primarily with the executive branch. See, there are three branches of the government: executive, legislature, and the judiciary. Executive is basically concerned with the implementation of the policy framed by the legislature, where the work of the government is done. Where the work of the government is done, that is, where the implementation of the work is done. Though there are obviously problems also in connection with the legislative and judicial branches. He takes somewhat broader view regarding the definition of public administration because he not only stresses on the executive branch but he also takes legislative and judicial branches within the scope of public administration. Dwight Waldo says public administration is the art and science of management. It is an art and science of management as applied to the affairs of the state. That is, art dealing with the implementation part and science the systematic study of the subject. Marshall E. Dimmock, he says, public administration is concerned with the what and how of the government. Public administration, according to him, has two perspectives: what and how. The what is the subject matter. Subject matter means whether it is concerned with the health administration, educational administration, or any other. The technical knowledge of the field which enables the administrator to perform his task. And how is the technique of management? The principles. In public administration, the techniques are the principles according to which the cooperative programs are carried to success. As we discussed in our previous video, that administration is a cooperative effort. So, the principles according to which cooperative programs are carried to success, each is indispensable. Together, they form the synthesis called administration. That is what and how. Together, they form administration. Felix A. Negro. According to him, what is public administration? Cooperative group effort in public setting. That is, the people are cooperating together in public setting, not in the private setting. Covers all the three branches of the government. Three branches, that is executive, legislative and judicial, and their interrelationship. He also takes a broader view towards the branches of the government which are covered in public administration. Public administration has an important role in the formulation of public policy and is thus a part of political process. What he says, the public administration not only concerned with the implementation part, but it has an important role to play in the formulation of public policy by providing facts, figure, data to the political masters. It is different in significant ways from the private administration. That is the reason that we find that there is a distinction between the public administration and the private administration, and both have different motives. One is welfare oriented and the another one is profit oriented. It is closely associated with the numerous private groups and individuals in providing service to the community. That is, public administration cannot provide service at its own to all the people, so it takes the support of the private groups and the individuals and the organizations in providing service to the community. If we club all the definitions, what we can conclude about the public administration, it is non-political public bureaucracy operating in a political system. It is a bureaucracy which is operating in a political system, deals with the ends of the state. That is, what are the goals which are to be achieved, the sovereign will, the public interest and the law. It is basically concerned with the public policy execution and has important role to play in policy making. As we discussed in our previous slide, it is not only concerned with the implementation of public policy, but it has an important role in framing the public policy by tendering advice to the political masters. Covers all the branches of the government, that is the executive, the legislature and the judiciary, but it deals with the executive branch. If somebody asks us, public administration is concerned with which branch? Our answer should be, it is basically concerned with the executive branch of the government. It provides regulatory and welfare services to the people. Both regulatory means the maintenance of law and order, collection of revenue and the maintenance of land records, and public services. We all know that the public administration, that is governmental administration, is basically concerned with the fulfillment of the public will by providing welfare services and differs significantly from private administration. Thank you.